Gonzalez, I know that it's a difficult topic for you in many senses, and I could realize you're reading from a pre-written speech. I just want to make sure that you realize that this is obviously a very difficult issue for a lot of communities, realizing that we're here to help protect the general health, safety, and welfare of our communities. And with what you're proposing, what you're discussing, in many ways, it negatively affects what many of us believe is the quality of life we've been asked to represent. And so I think from that standpoint, I just want to make sure that your comments, I heard them, some of them seemed a little disingenuous. Obviously, it's careful with the words that you're trying to say, but I just want to make sure that you continue to work. I was concerned when I heard from Commissioner Corona that they just found out about the 3 tracks, realizing that's going through St. Lucie Village, where the cost for them to put in quiet zones would actually be in excess of the cost of their actual annual budget. So it's a concern, realizing that they have 6 crossings in their little village, and then realizing the Tiger grants are being worked in Broward County, which is benefiting from a stop, whereas the communities that don't even get a stop weren't even brought up to speed as it related to the advance of that Tiger grant process, which is one of the funding mechanisms for that. So I just want to make sure that you remain sensitive to those aspects, because there are a lot of things that we're sort of seeing and hearing that bring cause and concern. I do want to let the council members ask you some questions, although I did have a question as it relates to, it seems to be brought up on several cases about you're a private company and that you're not receiving subsidies, you just stated, but I keep hearing comments that you actually have applied for either federal or state funding, that you're pursuing other monies outside of the private sector.
We don't disclose our financing structure, but because we're a private company, and we have applied for a loan, not a grant, not cheap money, it's a loan. I want to be able to reiterate that because that is the process for that, and that's why it's kept out. It's a confidential process.
Can we move on?
It's a confidential process, like Kim was saying, for the authority, because it is a private transaction. It's not free money. It's not something that's disclosed as part of a transaction that happens just as anybody else would apply for a loan. We keep those documents confidential. And again, we're a private company that doesn't disclose its financial structure, but it's a combination of debt and equity. That's basically the bottom line for the actual project. It's no grant to operating subsidies.
By the way, there were several other comments that I was trying to jot down during our item. If I could just maybe mention these, see whether or not these would be added. I had the item of requesting 45 days to the EIS review clock. Also, we had...
That's part of my motion.
Yes. Included with that, I had a comment for including positive impact analysis. We had a comment about emphasizing better that the FECI is a private entity. We had the item of adding wildlife issues such as the state parks. We had recognizing better impacts related to the rail sidings, as well as the last one was including the positive impact analysis. There were a total of 6 items that came through your comments when we discussed it that we marked except for that 45 days.